And now, while you're sitting there, I got this weird question here by Lisa Manos Lang. Hey, Lisa. Lisa calls me up on the phone. Lisa's a great person. Sorry about the bird shit on the car, Lisa. I feed the birdies and she complained. Lisa, I'm going to tell them to shit on your car next time you come. No, I'm just kidding. Lisa wants to know, listen to this question. Who killed JFK? Well, we already know who killed JFK, okay? But she wants to know about like conspiracy theory, such like that. So I'm going to throw some cards on that because I got my own personal opinion on that. But I'm going to see what the cards have to say.
All right.
Well, there was money involved, that's for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, money was involved. And it was two people. Two, not just one, two. I'm trying to remember. Was that the one that killed Kennedy and then the one that shot him?
His brother?
No. Who was that? Was the one that shot Kennedy with John Wilkes?
You're thinking of Oswald.
I'm thinking of Oswald. Forget it. There was two people involved with Kennedy, though. It shows two people.
And people say it was only one.
A man was instrumental in this. Somebody behind the scenes was instrumental in this. And there was also we've got women here in the background. So there's a woman that knew.
His wife?
No, it wasn't his wife. There was someone, yes. There was someone here that he was with intimately who knew. She knew.
That he was going to get murdered.
Yes, she knew. There's also here a lot of legal things that were put in the way after the shot, after he was killed. There's a lot of legal things, barriers put up legally so that there was no investigations.
Right.
That's what I'm seeing. And I'm going to research this because I really don't know what I'm talking about. And I really forget this. I remember I was in the 3rd grade in St. Johnville Academy in New York. And we had TVs in the classroom with the nuns, you know? And we were watching it live because he was on his way to Texas, and on his way back, wherever he was. And he was going up a mountain in the car. We actually watched him get shot live on TV.
Oh,
I stood up and cried and screamed. Everyone else sat there like an idiot. I was so upset that someone got shot live on live TV. Well, we didn't have taping back then. It was live.
Yeah.
It was in black and white. Showed his head getting blown off. I was only, 9 years old? Anyway, this here I'm going to investigate because I want to see what actually happened. Now, it showed here that there was one person here. His wife was shoved in the background, Jackie. She was shoved in the background. She was asking too many questions. They shut her up. They definitely shut her up. They didn't want her asking no questions. There was someone here legally. Again, we have the legal thing come in. And a lot of bullshit. And a lot of secrets. So there is someone here that stopped it legally. In the court system, in the political system, from looking further. That's what I'm seeing.
Who was it, though?
I do not know.
Was it a family
There was
member?
someone, no, it was not a family member. This was, what I'm picking up is that this was someone that was a rival politically. This was a political rival, someone behind the scenes. This person wasn't running for office. This person was pulling the strings of someone else in office, you see? And this person is the one that put the legal things in place, that this person bought other people is what happened. To shut up, to buy them, to blackmail them, to shut them up. The investigation, what I'm seeing here, was not completed. They said it was completed, but it was not completed. That's why there's such a mystery around it now, because of the witnesses involved and everything else. There was a woman there, I remember there was a woman there that they were trying to find at the time who disappeared. She was an eyewitness, and no one knows who she is. I have a feeling that this woman was the lover, and this one knows who did it. And it wasn't the person that pulled the trigger. The person that pulled the trigger, I feel, was paid to do so. Paid and blackmailed to do so. And that's what I'm getting. And the person that shot him also had mental problems. Had serious mental problems and financial problems. I don't think that we're ever going to know who, we know who actually pulled the trigger, but what was behind it, we're never going to find out who was behind it. Because it's like a network. but there is someone pulling the strings, because this had to do with change in our society. This had to do with a lot of political involvements, facets for our society. And there was someone here that just didn't want it. And this was around the same time that Bobby Kennedy was shot and Martin Luther King was shot.
Yeah.
It was like bing, bing, bing. Well, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out something here, that these were hits. I see them as hits, because these people wanted to help America, help people of America. And certain people said, no, we don't want to do that. There's a multitude of people involved. It wasn't just one person, but one person was pulling the strings, and it was like a spider web is what I'm seeing. So you can't just stick your finger and say, oh, this person did it. This was a network of people.
Right.
We will never figure it out either. It's like pulling a string and a ball of twine and you get another knot coming out, you know? The person or persons, the two main players here, the woman, I have a feeling she's dead already, the one that was the eyewitness. Mm-hmm. And the one that pulled the strings, I think he was also offed, because no one wanted him to speak. So I think he was also assassinated, whoever he was. It was a death. So we're never really going to find out, but there was many people involved in this situation. So Lisa, I'm sorry if I didn't stick my finger on the exact thing, but this is what the cards told me. There's also some type of a lock, is what I'm seeing, like a door shutting, which means you're not going to find out nothing.
It's all been sealed.
It's all been sealed, okay? That's the other thing that I'm getting. And again, this is a legal thing. This is a legal card. So we have legal squashing here. Legal squashing of where we're never going to find out. You know, speaking of government, you know, it was really kind of funny. In the early 60s, I remember the New York News had a picture on the front of a UFO, and it said UFO, right? And the very next day, they said it was a weather balloon. Now, I approached my mother, look it up. I approached my mother, it was on the Daily News. I approached my mother and I said, Ma, how come they changed that? Do you believe in UFOs? And she said, well, yeah, I believe there's life in other places. And I said, well, why did they turn around and say it was a weather balloon? She says, well, because the government doesn't want people to get upset and to panic. Now, that was early 60s, right? Fast forward today, the government just released a thing saying that there's UFOs. Did anyone say a peep about that? That shows you how much we've changed. A little thing back then made everyone go nuts. Today it's like, whatever. It's not even front page news. Hello. I mean, if little green men came out of a spaceship and went, hey, we'd go, oh, okay. We'll put you on a Facebook for 30 seconds, and then that'd be that. Okay? Let me film you. And yeah. No one would give a shit, okay? I find that to be kind of funny, that it was so important then, and now it's like, so what? We become so desensitized to things. We got other things to worry about that I guess are more important than UFOs, right? Anyway, that's my rant for the day. But anyway, Lisa, nice to see you, Lisa. And hey, can you all please type in some questions, because I'm tired of coming up with stuff every Monday. Please, get on the Facebook, leave questions in the comments, because I don't want to just keep making stuff up as far as what to ask. Yeah. Hey, best case scenario, you get a free reading. How about that?
Right.
Okay? Type in some questions. Okay? Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day, everybody. The lady is wearing like a tweed coat, wool, like different color, like reddish, with a white kerchief under her neck that's knotted, and her back is to me, and she got grandma shoes on, and she sees the whole thing, and then she turns, and then it's like she walks away and disappears. Not really disappear, but no one can see her. She goes away, and never to be found again. And they were looking for her. Someone was looking for her. Either the police or someone was looking for her. Someone was looking for her. They were looking for a witness. She's a witness. She just walks away. I have a feeling she's not American. She's not American. I heard it again. She's not American. She's got the grandma shoes on, the dark Oxford shoes with hose, you know, their sturdy shoes, with the kerchief, with the coat, and walks away. She saw everything. I don't think she's an old woman, though. I would say, guesstimate 40s, maybe. Around there. 40, 50. No, she wasn't really old. Check it out. She wasn't fat either. She wasn't a big person. I would say she was about 5'6", 5'7", not thin, but not overweight, medium build. I mean, you wouldn't think twice. She looked like someone's mom, you know? And she just disappears. She walks away from the scene, and that's it. She's gone. She's dead now, though, whoever she was. She saw the whole thing.